This is your invitation to tune into nature. I'm your host, Derek G, and you're watching ReRooted, a 3-part series exploring our relationship to nature through sound. We're following Jeshi, Iglooghost, and Moonchild Sinelli as they embark on a quest for new inspiration. Each spending a day in a unique natural environment, they'll use their microphones to unearth nature's hidden sounds and sample them to create a brand new piece of music. Iglooghost is a true storyteller. Today, he's letting his imagination run wild at Risley Moss, a peat bog in Warrington.
Feels quite like almost a bit fairy tale like, sort of on a day like this, like there's like all the dappled light, kind of eerie. I'm quite like into folk tales and stuff, and there's like a lot of stories about bogs being sort of like a bridge between like the real world and sort of like somewhere a bit more otherworldly. It's not quite land, it's not quite water. I do like to take like a lot of references, if it's like pictures or even sound recordings, and then kind of like reinterpret them and just make something that is definitely heavily inspired by them. I just like to like look at this stuff and get it in my head. Yeah, just trying to like convert images into what I feel like it would sound like as a sound, if that makes sense. I do like using field recordings just to get like a groove, and then like, so like when that was scraping on it and it was sort of like I can kind of like isolate like the transient, so just like the sharper, like more like pronounced sounds, like a pattern to yeah, just trigger like a totally different sound. I can never do that on the computer. This is the stuff, the stagnum moss. I think it's gonna be really interesting to like make this really loud and like hear details that I can't even hear right now. Oh, there we go, now we're talking. This is what I'm talking about. This is right on my street. I like that there's no information provided about what this is. Maybe he's like the god of the bog. This is my favourite so far. How's it look?
I'm feeling good. You look good.
Swagged out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited, a little bit nervous, about to dive in, see what's in there. Seems like it's bubbling a little bit. Yeah, I feel like I'm about to go into some like dark portal or something.
The peat in this bog has been formed over thousands of years, so it really is like stepping back in time, which Iglooghost discovered can be slippery.
I'm probably not going to move too much further. With nature, I guess people tend to prefer really utopian, like pretty, classically beautiful scenes, but there's like just as important stuff happening in places like this. Until recently, I didn't know about like the layers and how so much history and time is like frozen in it. Being here sounds really different to like the environment that I hear every day, being in the city. So you hone into really specific details. I've got like so many ideas already.
Back at his home studio, he discovers the gems hidden amongst his recordings.
I took one of the bird field recordings and tried to like isolate the bird sound from the noise. I like how it sounds. Yeah, I feel like there's moments in this that sound like putting your foot through the ditch. I'm quite fixated on like this theme of how inside a bog, time almost freezes, and I wanted to get that across in the words.
What will you discover when you next take the time to dial into the frequencies beneath the surface?